The next years of Frank's life saw an explosion of creativity, invention, and service. This was done in no small part with the help of his wife Lenore. In anything and everything Frank came up with, Lenore was there to manage it and make Frank's dream become a reality. In 1952, Pleasing Seasonings appeared on the market. After enjoying the gourmet food prepared by rich Shanghai merchants' chefs, food just didn't taste right to Frank when he came back to the United States. So, he did something about it.
I began to buy different herbs and spices, bought a little old French grinder and attached it to the table in the kitchen. And every Saturday afternoon I'd spend a couple hours fooling around, but taking notes on what I was doing. And actually I taught myself. And after 5 years I had developed the seasoning. And that's what is today called Pleasing.
1 year after Pleasing was invented, Frank and Lenore's first child was born, Dan. 4 years later, Ruth was born. And then 2 years later, Kathy. With a large family, a hard-working wife, a small side business, Frank had much more to do. He conducted the La Crosse Symphony Orchestra from 1967 to 1972. While conducting the group, he realized that if the orchestra was to grow, it needed a strong feeder program. Originally intended to be run by the orchestra, Frank started the La Crosse Youth Symphony in 1967. The La Crosse Symphony never saw the need for a youth symphony, so Frank kept it going, even when he no longer conducted the La Crosse Symphony. Lenore, true to her nature, was the manager of the Youth Symphony for years.
We try to add on to the music experience of the schools, but also to discover how good they really compare in their total geographic area.
In 1960, Frank founded what became the Symphony School of America. He founded this 5-week summer music camp with the apprenticeship concept. The first chairs of each section of the orchestra were staffed by professional musicians from throughout the country. The rest of the orchestra was filled in by gifted high school and college students. This way the students could learn directly by observing the professionals in rehearsal and in private lessons. As usual, Lenore managed the massive camp. Throughout the 28 years of its existence, SSA reached national and even international attention. Frank got the idea to do a national Dvorak festival in Spillville, Iowa. The Czech composer had spent the summer of 1893 in this small village. 1979 was the 75th anniversary of the composer's death. Frank's ideas ran wild, and the little village didn't quite know what they were getting into. Nationally renowned soloists Nathaniel Rosen and Rudolf Verkusny agreed to come. Concerts were performed throughout the week. Newsweek magazine picked up on the unique festival and ran a 2-page article. The concerts were even broadcast on National Public Radio here in the United States and on The Voice of America in Europe. The Symphony School had guest artists frequently join them. In 1976, Misha Mishakov, concertmaster of the NBC Orchestra under Arturo Toscanini, came. He enjoyed it so much that he returned the next summer with his daughter. Charles Rex, associate concertmaster of the New York Philharmonic, soloed with the orchestra any summer his schedule allowed him to. In 1980, Fred Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood joined the orchestra for a children's concert.
My son used to have trouble going to sleep at night, and this is a song that we made up together. It's called Tree, Tree, Tree. Maybe, should I go through it? If you would just sing after me these words. Tree, 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 tree.
The following summer, Bob McGrath of Sesame Street joined the orchestra. SSA also became known for its outdoor concerts at Governor Dodge State Park, west of Madison, Wisconsin. Every year, Frank would direct Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, complete with fireworks. In 1982, he added local musicians, hunters firing blanks, and many, many fireworks. The result was the most phenomenal 1812, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. It was also through SSA that Frank formed close relationships with Hugo Huss, who later became the conductor of the La Crosse Symphony, and David Crenbill, an American composer who replaced Paul Hindemith at Yale. All this work did not go unnoticed. In 1972, Frank Italiano was awarded the Governor's Award in the Arts by Governor Lucey of Wisconsin. Later, in 1982, both he and Lenore deservedly received the same award.